The University Tower chimes, ringing another session of Ask the Professor, the show on which you match wits with University of Detroit Mercy professors in an unrehearsed question of, for Pete's
That too.
in an unrehearsed session of questions and answers. I'm your host, somebody, I don't know, Matt Mio. Let me introduce to you our panel for today. To my right, cracking up mightily, it's Professor Jeffe Boats.
Zoink, Scoob, somebody forgot the snacks.
That's right. Where are my Scooby snacks?
My kids always do the same Shaggy quote.
I got to do my homage to Detroit legend Casey Kasem.
Oh,
right?
Casey Kasem, of course. I mean, one of the very first successful, what was he? He wasn't Egyptian.
Lebanese.
Oh, my. Yeah, he might have been Lebanese.
Lebanese, I think.
One of the very first Lebanese stars. Absolutely.
He and, was it Jamie Farr, right?
Yep, that makes sense. Continuing around the table, we're being blessed again by guest panelist Professor Mike. Thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Have you been to Yosemite, by the way?
Yes. No, I usually just pick out a few T-shirts.
Jeff!
Like, oh my God! I mean,
It is a good
that's totally
substitute for
how am I?
going.
Okay. When I was about to start going out into the world, a giant pandemic hit. You can't hold me accountable.
Well,
That's true.
fair
That
enough.
is true.
We can still hold your dad accountable.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you travel when
Yeah,
there's
it's hard.
This would just be one
there's
of
a
the many
death
things
virus
you can
going
blame
around?
your parents.
Yeah.
Just open a book.
I remember homeschool during that time and thinking, if I'd had a little bit more time to organize it, I would have had every day a new episode of Anthony Bourdain, and that's how we would have studied culture and
Geography.
geography. Because he went everywhere cool. Not everywhere, but everywhere cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
culture nowadays, like, I prefer more local culture rather than
Sure.
pop culture because
Don't get him
Why
started
not?
on
Oh,
M&Ms.
jeez. It's only a half-hour show.
I'll skip the Eminem part, but I prefer to talk coherently. And thankfully, I did not choose to download TikTok.
It's all right.
Okay.
Like you
He's
would
making
not
fun
be
of me
able
for
to.
having a TikTok presence now.
Oh,
I have to promote my book.
Well, Mike, let me tell you this much. You said local culture, and your dad said Anthony Bourdain, and he was a big fan of coming to the city and
Yes,
finding
he was.
all the secret barbecue in the
Yep.
side streets. So there you
And
go.
I have several seasons of No
Absolutely.
Reservations on DVD, so if you ever need them for this
All right.
purpose.
I remember in
I'll hook
my
you up.
foods and nutrition class, we saw an episode of Anthony Bourdain where he went to Detroit.
Yeah.
There was like people cooking stuff on their riding mowers.
Basically,
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
And it's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
In that same class, we also saw something like about the chicken industry and the ethical way to slaughter a chicken.
Yeah.
It's just holding them upside down and slitting their throat. Like,
Oh, yeah.
what's the unethical way?
Jewish
Just-
people figured this out
Yeah.
quite a while ago.
A long time
I think it
ago.
involves a
Yes.
blender, but let's not go there.
Yes.
Okay.
Professor Jim Tubbs is here with us today.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Chicken and a blender image. That's just not good.
Just and making the children watch.
It makes me think of a recent, fairly recent tweet where someone said, "Well, I just bought the first blender of my adult life, so you bet your bleep that everything gonna be blent." Just like, let's just do it.
My mother could recall visiting her grandmother in South Carolina and having to watch her wring the neck of the chicken, which
my
then
God.
ran around for a while before it collapsed.
That's half the fun.
Yikes.
It's entertainment.
I mean,
Yikes.
Naughty wouldn't eat chicken, right?
I got to tell you the story about why Nani wouldn't eat chicken sometime, but maybe off the air.
Oh my! Someone who is protecting the culture warrior. I
you.
can see that. It's Professor Dave Chow.
Pleasure to be here, as always.
Excellent. So hey, what was the lingua franca? You chatting up the new neighbors?
Oh, we were just warning about you folks, that's all. Watch out for those Mayos. They're dangerous people. That's all. No, it's
Tell
all.
them to stop parking on the street, Dave.
Yes, that was the first thing. Between 2 and 6, you're going to get ticketed.
The dean of the neighborhood, Dave
You
Chow.
don't know how much money I've donated to the Secret Policeman's Ball already. So.
I wish people would not park on my street, but
Yeah, but on ours you get
It's hard.
ticketed. That's all.
Yeah,
so.
you get ticketed.
Oh.
He's been lucky if he hasn't been ticketed. That's for sure.
He hasn't.
Wow,
I think
very
it's
lucky.
just being kind to him right now.
Yeah,
That's all.
no, that's not.
Nice guy, nice people.
Very cool. Rocco, I think is
Yes.
his name. Yeah, that's kind of a cool name.
Interesting.
You know what else is a cool name? Professor Stephen Manning.
Rocco?
Yeah, we're neighbors to Rocco and McKenna.
Very
Hello.
Italian. What's going on?
I got it. Speaking of parking on the street, I got a ticket for parking on the wrong. You can park on both sides of our street, but you have to park the right way.
Yes, for trash.
And I
day.
parked the wrong way.
Oh, you're facing
It
the
wasn't
wrong
just
direction.
trash day. It had nothing to do with trash day.
You just have to.
I just got a
parked certain
ticket.
Direction.
Yeah.
Within like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I just it
they work on
was
commission.
a temporary thing. I was getting groceries out of the car, and it was convenient to park this way, and came out, and there's a ticket on the thing. Are you
kidding me?
Really?
That's lame.
Really?
It was lame.
Can I ask how much it was for?
45?
Don't recall. It wasn't huge. I would have probably
20-ish,
contested.
maybe?
Yeah, probably minor, but it was
An
really.
annoyance.
Really? You got nothing better to do than this?
Well, it beats the tickets downtown.
Well, we're busy ticketing you for the driving laws that we ourselves don't have to obey because we're cops. So, you know,
This is true.
Yeah,
nothing makes me angrier.
Where's your turn signal?
Where's yours, buddy?
No, seriously.
Did yours not come with them, or you know?
And you're speeding, and I don't get the impression you're going to a major crime.
My turn signal is my badge.
Especially since Dutch Girl reopened.
Dear Lord, and moved back to 24/7.
Sorry.
24
No,
hours.
24
Monday.
and a half.
Except for Monday and a
Yes.
half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Professor Heather Hill is here,
Hello.
and
And,
how are things?
fine, I guess.
Nice.
Thank you. I don't know. I mean,
Are
They're
things
awesome
like
because she
down
has a
to
little
a?
elephant necklace.
Oh yeah, I see that. Oh, that's cool.
A jade
Literally, the mic was right in the way of me
Oh.
being able to see it. So now that I,
it was a gift from a very dear friend.
Aw. Was the okay? So the friend wasn't.
And she
an
had to
elephant.
talk about the
Got
elephant in the room.
it. Yeah.
That's exactly.
It looks like it's maybe jade or something. That's kind of cool.
I believe it is.
Oh.
You could ask the person who gave it to me because she is sitting to my right.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, the call is coming from inside the house.
That's right.
Yes.
Professor
Okay,
Beth
I saw that
Oljar.
ad for that movie the very first time when I was babysitting.
Oh, Jesus.
So it was really not good. I was literally too terrified to go back and check on the kids after I'd gotten them to play.
What was the movie?
I mean,
When a Stranger calls.
yes. When a stranger
Yet
calls.
another movie I
You
yet to
haven't
see.
seen-
Oh, that's an old classic.
Yep.
That's where,
absolutely.
don't
It's been
the calls
remade,
coming from
too.
in the house, where that's come from?
You know what that
It's a
reference-
trope now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for all coming, profs, and for you coming to listen to us. This is a program where you can send us questions regarding anything. If you stump the panel, you win a prize. If you don't stump the panel, you win a prize. You can send us the questions in a number of ways. Email us at atp@udmercy.edu. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, or listen on your favorite smart speaker by asking it to play Ask the Professor at University of Detroit Mercy. So we have some questions sent by a student. It's from a previous course that Beth taught.
Cool.
Her name was Larisa Snegorenko. Do I have it right?
Contemporary moral problems. Yep.
Wow, that's awesome. I made a list of trivia questions for the show. I hope you enjoy these. Thank you, Larissa.
Are they all about contemporary moral?
They are
problems?
not,
Let us really hope not.
as evidenced by the first question.
Uh-oh.
What is the most common letter in the English language?
T?
It says it's E.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say E,
Commonly
yes.
used.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Well, we're playing Wheel of Fortune here. That's all we
A little bit.
Yeah, we're not buying the vowels.
There is no reason that the alphabet needs to be in the order that it is. Like,
That is true.
A could be at the end.
Sure.
M could be at the
But
start.
somebody had to come up with the order,
It
though.
could just
Why don't they put the alphabet in alphabetical order?
I mean, seriously.
like
A and then H, right? 'Cause
yeah.
Or you count how many
Like-
letters, how many syllables.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
How do you
right?
get H after A?
Because it's
Chinese
AITCH.
dictionary
Yeah.
on strokes.
Pictograms.
That's how you spell the letter
You mean
H.
phonetic order, you don't
And-
mean
Yeah,
alphabetical.
like the amount
I
of strokes.
can't let that go
One,
without
two.
looking up at the framed drawing in the corner and say that if Kathy were here, she would have said, but the first letter of H is H, because she used to say H all the time. Yes. What is the term for a group of crows? I think we've heard this before.
Murder.
Murder, yes. From which language did English get the word piano?
Italian?
It says Italian here.
It means
Sounds plausible.
Musical term, yeah, for soft.
For soft. What is the dot above a lowercase I or J referred to as?
tilde.
Try not to snicker.
Tilde or something like that.
Tittle.
It's a tittle.
Tittle,
It
yeah.
is a tittle.
Tilde's the
Tilda's the
Yeah, that's
the,
right.
the thing over the enye
Yeah.
in Spanish.
means not.
I had a
Zing.
professor who couldn't say that. Sometimes you put a tilde over a variable to indicate something in certain areas of math, and he couldn't use French, and he couldn't say tilde, so it came out tweedle. He would talk about you tweedle plus, you know.
You had some of the most amazingly languagely
French, you
professors.
say?
Oh, yeah. He just would not say tilde. I don't know.
Was this at Carnegie Mellon or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It all makes sense now.
Professors, what's the technical term for a hashtag? We've had this before.
Octothorpe.
But it's an octothorpe, yes.
I thought it was
The
just
tic-tac-toe symbol.
number sign.
That's it.
Which continent is home to the most spoken languages?
Asia.
Asia?
It says Asia.
Gotta
here.
be, yeah.
It's gotta
Some
be.
Malaysia have like 800 itself or
I
something
would
like that.
I would have guessed Africa due to the indigenous languages.
That's true. That's true.
Good
That's
point.
about 150
That
some
is number
tribes.
2.
At least 30% of the languages on Google Translate are African in some way.
That's good thinking. I think it's just the population, though. You get the same phenomenon in Asia, but with like 3 times the population.
So-
Yeah, there are a
regional
lot of tribes.
Dialects.
Right,
Lots of dialects.
What is the national flower of Japan?
Cherry blossom.
Carnation.
Chrysanthemum.
Blossom.
Chrysanthemum.
In
I would think it would be a
Says it's a cherry
chrysanthemum.
blossom.
in
What are the-
Japanese it would be sakura.
One of the best parts of the University of Washington. is the cherry blossoms in the quad.
Jim, remember you went to? Didn't you go to Washington during COVID
Yes, I
and
did. Yes, I did.
to see the cherry, to see the blossoms?
We
and-
called them the cherry blossoms of Damocles because they came out right when
gosh.
master's papers were due, which was determining whether or not you advanced to candidacy. So
Yep.
That's earlier. That's like February, though, right? Or March in Washington?
they were always doing the spring. We were on a quarter system,
March.
so I think April and
Oh, that late.
March and April,
March and
maybe.
April.
Sounds about
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
In which country did the tradition of Oktoberfest originate?
Germany.
It says Germany, and just for kicks, in what month does Oktoberfest start?
October, I believe. Wait,
September.
September.
Oh, it begin.
It's sort of like
They got us.
Hispanic Heritage Month. It sort of bridges 2 months.
Ooh, does that mean we need another Rathskeller tour?
Well,
Yes,
while
I
they're
think
still open. What's the term for a word that's spelled the same forwards and back?
Anagram?
Palindrome.
Palindrome.
It says
okay,
palindrome.
yeah.
Is what it
Sorry.
says here. And last but not least, what is the term for a group of flamingos? Also
Bundle
starts
of
with an
birds.
F.
Flock.
It's not a flock.
Flaming group.
Flamingo group.
Flock
Partial
makes
credit.
sense.
Partial credit. But,
First
not what it
letter.
A
says
flutter, a flitter,
Flock, a pink.
Family.
A pink.
here. A flutter. A flutter.
Flounder. Fluster.
Flutter.
Flippity flap.
Flutter.
Give us the first letter.
It's F.
Oh, it is an F. I'm so sorry. I didn't hear you
a
say that.
fafufnik.
A pink nightmare.
You know, you're really close. I also like
A
the
freight.
I am.
flamingo group. It says it's a flamboyance.
Who came up
Boy,
with that?
We haven't been asked about
I would
collective
think
nouns in
that
way
would
too
be a-
long. It's time
Council.
to
No, that's a council of chairs meeting.
Flamboyance. Come on.
Dear Profs, I saw there was another call for questions on Facebook. I've been lacking in my duty to provide more fodder for your show. Below are 20 questions all over the map. I've saved up for just this occasion. Please enjoy, and thanks once again for the best half hour of trivia, laughs, and knowledge every week. Our good friend Amber Hubley. Thank you for
Amber.
saying
Thank
that.
you.
Amber.
She's great. In what year did the last streetcar operate in the great city of Detroit?
Ooh, 19.
56 or 57?
It says 56. I mean, you two just get the heck out of here. I have no idea.
Because I know
where
we
you're
sold the
from.
streetcars to Mexico City.
We sold them to Mexico.
Didn't we sell one to San
City.
Francisco?
I think.
Something was-
Or
I
they
think
might
something
actually
ended
get
up there.
used. Yeah.
Because the queue line
I
does
mean,
not
once a car
count.
is used,
It was
isn't any
not.
car a streetcar?
Yeah, technically, this is more something that was on the rails. And what I think is funny is, since I grew up in the mid 70s around here, it was into the 90s before those rails were actually removed from the roads.
I remember how tragic it was to watch them repave Livernois
right.
and pull up all of those rails.
I was about to ask if there was anywhere where the old
Put 'em
rails were
back,
still
put
there.
'em back.
Yep, when they redid the middle of
They
Livernois.
didn't leave a patch of it somewhere just for historic. Oh,
They've
that's
got
bad.
it all torn up on both sides now. So
And then there's the ones on Washington, and wasn't there that little trial that used to go to Mariners Church?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I used to stop at
remember
Mariners
that.
Church and go up to Washington.
What 1970 movie garnered an Academy Award win for Helen Hayes for her portrayal of a stowaway passenger?
Airport.
Titanic.
Airport.
It was Airport.
Yeah.
Not airplane, just to
Not
be sure.
airplane. Not airport. Yes,
Little
that's
different.
Airplane's a better movie.
That's right.
They should have won more awards.
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me, stewardess.
She did a great job, although I really thought Maureen Stapleton did a fantastic job as the wife of the bomber.
But does Helen Hayes speak jive?
That's really the question.
Crossing a lot of
I
lines.
picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue.
I say that a lot.
Professor Mike, have you seen Airplane?
The airplane, yes.
Oh,
Very good.
Okay, Jeff, you're okay. You're okay now. Yeah, you redeemed yourself.
Finally, he has done
For about
something
30
right.
seconds.
No, that still counts. It counts. It counts.
So, it's like the 38th year in a row that The Simpsons have been on television. And in fairly recent seasons, just for kicks, why not, they revealed what Bart's best friend Milhouse's middle name is. His full name is Milhouse Van Houten. But what is his middle name, according to some document that was shown on screen for 5 seconds?
I thought it was Van.
No, that's a pretty good guess. Yeah.
I mean,
Mason?
if there's,
You're pretty close.
if there are two,
Agnew?
if there are four words in his name, then two of them are both the middle name. Like,
Yeah, that makes sense. It says here, though, that his middle name was revealed to be Mussolini.
Wait a minute. But
Milhouse Mussolini.
the last name is Van Houten?
Yes. It was all done on
One-
purpose.
Leslie
After
Van
Leslie Van Houten?
Yeah. All the Rip Van Winkle stories.
He lived in Portland for a long time, Matt.
Yeah. Matt Groening.
Yeah, he did. What American car manufacturer once had car models named Wildcat, Rainier, Cascada, and Envista?
Buick.
It was a Buick.
I thought it would.
Still
I thought it was
has this,
Jaguar.
Yeah,
Still
and
have
they
it.
still have the Rainier,
Matchbox.
don't they? That's the 4x4.
No.
You got rid of the Rainier?
Matchboxes had them all, man.
Oh, that's right.
What does
Did-
the Invista look like?
It's the smallest one. It's
Yeah.
it's the Chevy Trax, but it's Buick.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
right. In baseball terminology, what is a golden sombrero?
Oh, that's 4 strikeouts,
Yep.
isn't it?
4 strikeouts in a single game.
The sombrero is 3.
Yep. The term
golden
is derived
sombrero.
from hat trick. Since 4 is bigger than 3, the rationale is it should be a bigger hat.
I don't know if there's a term for 5 strikeouts in a game, and I want to find out.
It's called banishment.
Yeah, exactly.
What are strikeouts?
Platinum
Wait, no, what?
sombrero.
Wait, 4 strikeouts with a
to
single
Toledo.
person?
For a single bat.
Did you get up several times? during the game?
Evansville. No.
If you strike out all 4 times,
Right.
Now, that being said, how many people have actually achieved it, I wonder?
not I.
I mean,
Well-
if a person's. I mean, how many people are usually in a
Quite a
batting
few,
order?
I think.
9 in the major leagues.
Yeah, well, you figure it's probably a leadoff hitter.
So everybody gets up at least 3 times, usually 4 or 5
Yeah.
in a game.
There was a guy in the game last night, or night before. The night they clinched, I think, was a Houston guy who he came up late in the game and he already struck out 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's common.
absolutely.
I mean,
It's fairly
they're-
common, yeah.
If I was facing Major
4.
League Baseball pitching when I was playing, I'm sure I would have a lot of golden sombreros.
I'm thinking also of the recent game we saw with Shohei Ohtani. Whatever the opposite of a golden sombrero is, I believe he went 6 for 6
Yeah.
from the
Jeez.
plate in
Yep.
that game, which is
Yep.
incredible.
It's an albatross.
He just might be
Absolutely.
the greatest player of all time.
And
Probably.
had something like 9 RBIs in that game.
Incredible. 9
just needs to get
RBIs,
better
3 home
translators.
runs.
Yes.
And
I
he was
remember-
around X number of times himself, obviously.
I remember
only
hearing
player-
that stat about that particular game, and I'm like, I'm not even a baseball fan, and I can tell that that's an impressive.
nuts.
I believe the
Pretty
Dodgers
exceptional,
won that game. I want to say they were playing the Marlins. I think they won it 20-3.
Yeah.
And I was like, story
Future
checks
Hall
out.
of
Thank
Famer.
goodness they didn't kick the field goal, right?
The only player of all time to get 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases
Stolen
in a
bases,
season.
yep.
That's right.
And this is going back to 18 whatever,
Yep.
1860 something.
In Australia, what's the most common breed of cattle?
Cattle.
Jersey, Guernsey.
That's in
You're
yours.
on the right track with that way of thinking, is all I'm going to say.
And of course, I looked at the American map.
Holstein.
Not Holstein.
Longhorns.
I don't know.
Angus?
Angus.
Bull.
Brahmin.
Yeah, it's the American Brahmin is the
The
number
American
one.
Brahmin.
Yeah,
as opposed to the
breed.
Australian Brahmins.
Yeah.
Got to
Weird,
get
huh?
those cheeky bulls into the big boat.
Get your own damn Brahmins.
How many children did Gordie Howe have?
4.
4. He did.
Murray, Mark,
Margaret,
Oh, yeah, no.
Millicent.
Mussolini.
I know Murray was the doctor. Mark and who's the
Marty, as I
Marty?
believe you
They were the
think
two
of.
that played hockey.
And then the daughter.
The daughter was not Kathy, was it?
Yeah, it was Kathy. Yeah, that's right.
And I bet they never wore any helmets.
No.
Ever. Not riding a bike.
Murray almost made the NHL, but he became a doctor.
Who played Uncle Ben in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films? That's good. That's a good piece of trivia. Right?
Cliff Robertson.
It was Cliff Robertson.
Good job.
Yeah, nice. And he was great at it. He was great at it. Yeah. What do Tom Seaver, Arnold Palmer, Francis Ford Coppola, and Boz Scaggs all have in common?
They all have drinks named after them, I think.
You know what? You are so close. I'm giving it to you. They actually all own wineries in Napa. So they're making their own drinks.
Tom
How's that?
Seaver has a winery?
Tom Seaver wine. They call it 10 Buck Tom is what they call it. Yeah.
10 bucks.
I don't know. Oh my gosh.
I like it.
Well, what's the Boz Scaggs drink taste like?
I don't even know if
But
I
he
wanna
has a
know.
winery
Yeah,
somewhere.
a winery.
It's the Lido Shuffle. That's what he calls it.
Who was the only American who won a gold medal at the 1968 Olympics in Grenoble, France? I believe that was winter.
Is that Dick Button?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he was 52. I
That's
guess.
bananas.
He's British.
1968.
Dick Button is not British.
It wasn't Dorothy Hamill.
The skater? The ice
Are
skater?
you thinking Red Button? The
No.
actor? Oh.
Dick Button was American.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
what did
This
he-
is
he did
America.
commentary.
We're going to fact check both of you.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see.
Who's the only American who
back to
won
the question.
gold in
Oh,
68?
Peggy Fleming.
Peggy Fleming.
Fleming.
Okay, I was right at the was skating, so I'm taking half the credit for
Yes,
that.
you are.
Just wrong gender.
Dorothy Hamill was getting there.
So the
That was
United
76.
States got one gold medal.
One gold in the Winter Olympics of 68.
That's pathetic.
It is. That's wild.
I mean, we get more than any other country now.
Pretty much, yeah. Even the host country, when it's not us.
Was
Yeah,
68 an outlier? What did we get in the previous years? In 64.
I think we always do better
Look
in
In the summer, yeah.
Olympics than in the winter because our strength in winter is primarily in skating
That's true.
And it's never in hockey or luge or skeleton.
It's hockey when it's winter.
and sometimes
it's in
skiing.
hockey, yes.
But
Which book of the
Speed
Bible?
skating.
Which book of the Bible have the exploits of Samson?
Leviticus.
No, they don't have. That would be
Samuel?
Kings,
No.
maybe?
That's a good
Jim,
guess.
come on.
Samuel?
Somewhere around there. Kings, Judges.
Samuel. Judges.
Judges.
yes.
Okay.
One of the judges. In what venue would you be able to see Munch's Make Believe Band?
In what?
In what venue would you be
Venue.
able to see Munch's Make Believe Band? He was a big purple monster.
Disney World?
Not Disney.
well, like Grimace?
But you're in the zone.
What did
Illumination Studios resort thing?
No.
did Ronald McDonald have a band with the
Not the
Grimace?
Muppets. Not Ronald McDonald.
Chuck E. Cheese.
It is. It's Chuck E. Cheese. That is the
Really?
backup band to Chuck E. Cheese.
Wow.
I had one of my best friends in high school worked at Chuck E. Cheese's and she got chicken pox while she was working there. So she started calling it Chuck E. diseases.
What's the official title for the person who breaks up fights there?
Beats me.
Bouncer?
Yeah.
The concierge.
I had a friend in grad school. I mean, I'm from Detroit. I did not go to grad school around here, and he constantly referred to Little Caesars as Little Seizures. I'm like, that's not nice.
Or like White Castles called Wipe Castles.
Yes.
I mean, you know, like
Yes.
Gross.
I've never heard this before. I'm looking in a Bethish direction. Only one person insisted on hearing the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band before they approved the use of their visage on the cover. Who was it?
Oh, that's a great question.
Because there were a lot of visages
There were
on
a
the
lot
cover.
of visages on that cover.
Elizabeth II.
No,
Was-
but you think it would be a queen or
was Marilyn Monroe still alive?
She was dead.
Oh, okay.
Soren Kierkegaard?
I'm thinking it would have been a
Churchill?
musician.
It was not. It was an
Oh.
entertainer, performer slash child star.
Shirley
Shirley
Temple.
Shirley Temple is what it says.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That
She
makes sense.
insisted on listening to the album before approving
What did she
it.
think of it, though?
Well, I don't know.
Well,
It's just
she
sort of
had
like
an image to maintain. She was a
Yes.
ambassador at that point.
Yeah,
That's
wasn't
right.
she?
Shirley Temple Black.
Yeah, she must have liked it because
Yeah.
her face went on there.
Everybody thought Sgt. Pepper was brilliant.
The White
Everybody.
Album was more
Brilliant.
cutting edge, though.
Oh, what about the
Yeah,
Beach
I
Boys?
think so too. Well, Pet Sounds was they were the dueling Pet Sounds and Sgt. Pepper were the
That's right.
dueling albums of that time.
Absolutely. What Saturday Night Live alum studied a year in Paris with Marcel Marceau?
Is Jimmy Fallon Saturday Night Live?
He is, but this is a couple generations before that.
I know he.
John Belushi.
I know Jimmy Fallon met the French Prime Minister at the 2024 Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Male
that
is-
would have been my guess, but
Bill Murray.
It's going to be one of
No,
the
but you're
originals.
in the right.
Chevy Chase.
Keep going.
Dan
Gilda Radner?
Aykroyd.
John Belushi.
Jane Curtin.
Jane
Haven't heard it yet.
Gilda.
First generation. There's only one cast member.
Lorraine
Lorraine
Newman.
Lorraine Newman.
Lorraine
Gonna go to the
Newman.
African American
The
gentleman
the
whose
child's
name I
like
can't
Just
remember.
ask
Oh, yeah.
Elvis.
Garrett Morris.
Garrett
Morris.
Morris.
Garrett
Yeah.
Who was the housekeeper for the White House.
That's right. Carla Lovekin is the adopted daughter to what famous fictional
Nero
character?
Wolfe.
Nero Wolfe. I knew Beth would know
Are these
that
from
one.
Maryland? No, they're not. The questions are
No,
not
I don't
from
think so.
Maryland.
I don't
Okay.
think. This might be up for a little bit of head scratching. What is Detroit's oldest church? I know that when we talk about Old St. Anne's, it's not the one that Antoine Cadillac built. So this church was built for sure in 1848, and they're saying is the oldest church in the city.
Is it
Well, that's only
Bartholomew's?
because St. Anne's has been rebuilt.
Right, exactly. So as it
Talking
stands,
original
Is it
structure.
your
yeah.
shrine of the little
No,
whatever
no,
one?
no.
I can't remember.
Bartholomew's, the one you see off of 75?
That's a good guess. It is, well, this pretty much gives it away, but it's very much aligned to the university.
Oh, St. Peter and
Mercy.
Paul.
Peter and Paul on East Jefferson. Yeah, right next to our law school.
George and Ringo.
Yep. Sure.
That's a different church.
Different
That's a hipper church. I like the choir in it.
That's a more musical church, yeah.
Yeah, the choir's really good.
What famous performer was once married to Velma Warren, Deirdre Jenkins, and Adrian Rodriguez? I learned something today.
Who are the three again?
Not at the same
Famous
time.
performer, not at the same time. Velma Warren, Deirdre Jenkins, Adrian Rodriguez. Initials JB, that kind of gives it away.
Justin Bieber.
No.
James Brown.
James Brown is what it says here.
Oh.
It's getting hot in the hot tub. Going back to Saturday Night
Eddie
Live.
Murphy.
Good callback. There you go.
Let's say Brad Pitt. He's married to Uncle Harry.
Oh, well, he's been married to a lot of different people. What is the name of the famous flying Japanese kaiju turtle?
Gamera.
His name is Gamera. Oh my gosh! I think there was a Gamera movie where there was some enemy that would like make like a loud sound or sing a song, and it would like bring you under their spell.
Ooh.
And so the kids, because there's always
Of course,
kids
this is a
in
Boy
the movies, they were all like, "Oh, we noticed it." I know you're gonna even probably know the name of the movie when I say this. Like, we noticed when we were cleaning our ears with Q-tips that when we had the Q-tips in our ears, we couldn't hear the magical song. And Gamera, you know, it was also a guy in a giant rubber suit, is like acknowledges this knowledge and takes two telephone poles and shoves
Yeah,
it
that sounds about right.
I'm like, what am I even watching?
Oh
Like,
my.
I can't even. Wow. And he was a space turtle.
Yes.
They put him on a stick or a string, and they would make the fireworks go off, so he would
Off of his
spin and
limbs,
flew.
yeah.
Oh man,
So
that is.
he shoved telephone poles
Well, he's a big guy. I mean, he's a real
through
big guy.
the children's ears.
No.
No, sorry,
couldn't hear
his
that.
own ears, so he couldn't hear the magical song. So he was protected.
That's how he
against it.
defeated the singing bad
It was
guy.
either going to be that or like a giant pair of earmuffs. I couldn't even say it.
This is
Giant
groundbreaking
crescent
science
rolls like
fiction here.
Princess Leia. That's all.
Groundbreaking science fiction. Oh my God.
Groundbreaking.
Yeah, it's like they got
Every time he fell, the ground.
Yeah, he could have given
Yeah.
Godzilla a few lessons. Yeah.
Maybe I didn't know that. Are you like across the board a kaiju guy or?
the early stuff.
Okay.
The original Toho stuff.
I gotta say that my mom did well by bringing me into the world of
Monster Week on Channel 7?
Gojira. I mean, yeah.
Your mom
absolutely.
did?
She loves Godzilla movies.
Okay,
when the
that
new
means
ones came out, she's like first in line to
So
go
has she
see 'em.
seen Godzilla Minus One
Absolutely.
yet?
I think so, but just watched it at home.
Does she like
Yeah.
the song by Blue Oyster Cult?
Good question.
Oh no, there goes Tokyo. Go go Godzilla.
Go Godzilla! Oh Oh my god.
That's why you should have your kids dressed up as the two little maidens that call for Mothra.
All I can say with the very limited time we have left, I saw a friend, dear friend, that I hadn't seen in a very, very long time. And I could tell that I hadn't seen him in a very long time because there were way more tattoos than I remember. And he's got the full, like, frontal, front arm, dominant hand, and it was Godzilla tearing Tokyo apart. And I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. I would never get that, but that's
The
good for you. Good
perils
for
of
you.
nuclear weapons.
There's an
Heralds
amazing
of
exhibit in
Nuclear
Tokyo
War.
right now.
That's
They
right.
actually brought out the costumes
Yep.
for people to.
So people can actually look at them up close. That is totally
Love to
awesome.
see that.
History shows again and again.
Yes.
How nature points out the folly of men.
Nice.
Indeed.
Professors, I'm so sorry. We have reached the end of our sojourn. We had so much fun, but the time has come to say goodbye, Jeff.
Skyscrapers are high fiber.
Mike.
Honestly, I didn't know what was going on. See ya.
Jim.
Bye.
Dave.
See ya.
Steven.
You fit right in, Mike.
Heather.
Bye.
And Beth.
Bye.
And now these words from University of Detroit Mercy.
Over quality.
You can email Ask the Professor at atp@udmercy.edu or visit the Ask the Professor Facebook page.
Ask the Professor is produced and directed by Michael Jason and Brian Masonville, and our executive producer is Professor Jason Roach. Until next week, I'm your host, Matt Mio.